Full disclosure, first of all, full transparency. We've known each other for years, but you knew what I did, but I didn't know what you did.
No.
Until last night. And I've been at, like, loads of parties with you, and we've often ended up stuck in the corner together. I can only apologise for that.
Everything.
Talking about everything apart from what you did for a living, and you do this, and this is you.
Yeah.
This is like, for me, it's really funny, because I've known you for, 20 years, something? It's like, because I thought I better Wikipedia. So I read all about Charlie Mackesy. Read the book last night, and just before I went to bed, because I hadn't been sent the Netflix Crown Series 3, I thought, I'll just Wikipedia him, see what he looks like. I said, it's Charlie! It's Matthew's friend Charlie, who was at Michael's party last time. Anyway, right, so tell us what you do for a living, friend of mine.
What do you do?
Exactly. Well, if you don't know what I do, you really have had your head under a rock for the last 25 years. So when did you start? I mean, I've read about you now. It's so bizarre reading about a mate. Because you don't know about him. Reading about your career journey. So you've always drawn. Particularly, you went on a 3-month drawing course was it in America?
Yeah, I just got bed bugs.
When was that?
Oh, like in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you an artist? Sorry, forgive me. I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange bit, but I draw things and I've sold them for my career.
For money. And that's how you pay your mortgage?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've always done that?
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, you've also hung around on film sets like Love Actually, and you make sketches, whilst things are going on there, and they've been auctioned off for Comic Relief, for example.
Comic Relief, which I love.
And you made loads of money for Richard Curtis in the game.
I hope so.
Well done.
Thank you.
So now I know that about you as well. Where the heck did this book come from at the age of 56?
You're obsessed with that.
Well, because I'm so pleased for the fact it's happened.
Yeah.
But you're knocking on the door of 60 and you've got the biggest hit of your life on your hands. And I say it's come from nowhere. It obviously hasn't come from nowhere.
Yeah, I think it was, it came out of a lot of thinking, a lot of processing and spending time wondering what life was really all about. And, it takes a while for you to sort of conclude things. And I've always drawn horses and boys and animals, But I remember I was in a conversation. I was having a really good conversation with a friend, actually, who's really brave, courageous guy, explorer. Yeah. It was Bear, actually. Bear Grylls. Yeah, fantastic. And we were talking about what courage was. And he obviously is very brave. He can climb things and face adversity and see it through. And I'm not that kind of brave. So when I thought about what the bravest thing I'd ever done was, it was, when I was really low, I remember saying, help. And so I drew it. And I drew the horse and the boy. And the boy said, what's the bravest thing you've ever said? And the horse said, help. And so I just drew that and stuck it on Instagram and was really shocked by the response, and it ended up being used by hospitals and went sort of viral, really. And so I just kept the conversation going. That's how it really began. Another one was when the boy was sitting on a branch and says, I think the mole, who's his friend, says, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the boy says, kind. Because I think at the moment, we're always, there's a lot of unkindness probably everywhere. So I just thought it was nice to venture into kindness and love and all those things we need.
And they run on from one to another, and they have formed a story almost by themselves.
Yeah, it's quite odd. It's just sort of, they just kind of popped out every morning. I think, what am I going to do now? And I'd sit down and start scribbling, and another question would come out. Because I think I've got questions all the time. And they're usually questions I might have said to you, actually, if we were at a party, I might have said, what were we all doing? But generally, we tend to talk about who won the rugby or who lost the rugby or what we're doing the weekend, rather than, actually, what's going on? Why do I feel like this? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, deeper questions.
No, I do know what you're saying. And so you was it one image and one thought every now and again on Twitter? Is that how it worked?
On Instagram.
On Instagram, sorry.
And the great thing for me, being an artist is quite a weird life. Like, you generally sit in a room and you paint things or draw things, and then you do an exhibition. So it's sort of feast or famine with people, or famine and then feast, which is basically you're isolated and then lots of people and then isolated again. Whereas with Instagram, you could put a drawing up, and these people would respond, say, that moves me, or what are you saying then? So I began this dialogue with people about life and existence and hope and fear and what we really, really want and what we worry about. And so the four characters basically just share, the boy said one day, I remember feeling quite alone and lost. And so I just wrote, the boy just said, sometimes feel lost. And I thought, well, what was, and the mole just said, well, actually, yeah, me too, but, we love you, and love brings you home. So the idea is that love and home are part and parcel of the same thing. So do you see what I'm saying? So but I have the conversation inside my head.
Yeah.
So I hear them talking like in a sort of...
So you record on our behalf what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then you illustrate it.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you for that.
Okay, so the boy would be you, the I.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the boy definitely is. But
Okay.
I think he's... Yeah, go on.
The mole would be...
Probably me as well.
But maybe
all of us.
The story of us as opposed to us.
Yeah.
Our character, our personality.
I think they're all different facets of us. Like the fox is silent, doesn't say much, quite withdrawn.
So fox's consciousness.
Yeah, maybe conscious, or just the hurt bit of us that doesn't want to come out. Just
Okay.
stays.
The bit that's sort of involuntarily on hold.
Exactly.
Okay, and the horse would be grace and wisdom.
Grace and wisdom. And strength and also gentleness, those two, that's bizarre combination.
Yeah, because you get this hulking great beast.
Yeah, massive, great thing, but tender, and empathetic and kind. Yeah.
Well, we love it.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.